Hi guys, my name's Mackie and this is going to be the second game of the grand final of the Winterval tournament from UKDota.net. So we've got Team Infused playing on the Radiant up against Team eNigma on the Dire. They're just going through their first ban phase now. So it's a game apiece right now. Both games, I believe, if I remember correctly, Infused are on the winners brackets. They were a game ahead by default, but might be mistaken. Either way, everything to play for in this game. Whoever wins it gets the first place. So pressure's on. In the ban phase, so we've got eNigma taking out Undying, very strong. Produces incredible tri-lanes, and Darkseer, who's a great solo laner. And Infused taking out Magnus, who just an absolute king of initiation in this game right now, and Batrider, who's also a very often banned hero. So getting into the first picks, we see eNigma pick up Bounty Hunter as their first choice. He's certainly a really capable hero, usually plays a solo off lane, so they'll probably put him down on the bottom lane to be causing trouble for Infused's carry. And Infused pick up Templar Assassin, really popular mid now. We've seen all the way through this tournament, we've seen Zinxis do some really big damage with Templar Assassin, going things like 21 and 1, so great hero for them to pick up. They'll be looking to dominate mid with that as they pick up their second hero, see what they're going for. It's pretty likely we'll see Infused going for a solo lane and possibly a tri lane, or maybe someone in the jungle. So they pick up Jakiro. That'll be their support hero for their carry, whatever they decide to go for there. eNigma up next. They pick Queen of Pain to counter Templar Assassin. Queen of Pain's probably the only mid that can really stand up to Templar Assassin right now. Capable of doing an awful lot of damage to get through those refraction charges with the ticks from her damage over time, and generally able to blink away when Templar Assassin gets dangerous. So that's a good pick up there. Should be a reasonably even matchup. And Lifestealer takes their carry place. Lifestealer's getting a lot of play lately as a carry, which is really cool to see. Nice to see him out the jungle of pub games and into the lane. So they'll probably be running that as a carry, possibly in a tri lane. Lifestealer's a good pick up against a character like against a hero like Jakiro, because he's got that built-in rage which makes him magic immune, so he can run straight through the ice path that Jakiro drops, no problem, and get straight on with hitting people in the face, which is what he does best. Nyx Assassin getting picked up by Infused. Really chaotic hero, always present. Like, Nyx Assassin is so fast and invisible all the time, you forget about him for a second, suddenly he's right up in your face doing loads of damage. Very popular this tournament and in all the tournaments at the moment, so it's cool to see. Going into the ban phase then, we've got Faceless Void and Bane getting banged out by eNigma straight away, and Rubik and Shadow Demon getting banned out by Infused. So Infused looking to take out those support heroes that eNigma really need right now. They've got their solo lane, they've got their carry, their mid lane, just looking for some support to back that up. And Infused they're in a different position. They've got their support from Nyx and Jakiro. That usually makes a brilliant tri lane, whatever carry you want to run it with. So they're looking to wrap that up, and eNigma had chosen to ban out one carry in Faceless Void, then quite a bit of team fight from eNigma. So they could have run eNigma in the jungle, I guess, and that would have been pretty good for them. They've given them a lot of team fight potential. Gives them a lot of ability to position Jakiro. So they can also run eNigma on the solo lane, of course, so maybe they've been looking to do that. And they also banned out Bane, who's been a really popular support hero lately. Interesting to see. I mean, Bane would work great to set people up for Nyx Assassin, so It's a good choice, a scary hero to leave in the pool, so good to see that banned out. eNigma pick up the Shrek, lots of pushing power, loads of potential to do a lot of damage without needing much farm, so that's the kind of thing they're looking for right now. Windrunner makes up Infused solo lane, I'll expect, and they're looking for their carry to finish off now. I think we'll see Danny D on the Windrunner, running all on his own. Templar Assassin be picked up by Zinxis, so see what they pick for Coldy now. That'll be their carry player. So while I'm waiting for the last pickups, thanks very much to all the UK Dota staff for this tournament. It's been really cool. It's been a pleasure to cast some of the games that have that went uncast by Rabbit in the game. He's only one man, fortunately, can't get around them all. But it's good that I've got the replays. Thanks to Team Infused for dropping me some replays to pick them up. Just waiting for this last pickup for eNigma now. They're looking for something to tie all this together. They don't need any farm. They just need maybe something to support Lifestealer on top of the Shrek. So they could try and go for I mean, Keeper of the Light might work, give them a lot of pushing power, but Nyx Assassin cancels it really well with that spiked carapace. So they pick Venomancer up, so gives them a bit more team fight, quite a lot of counter push, which should be really good. You know, Jakiro and as it turns out, Luna, great pushing power. So Venomancer's a great pickup to counter that. Infused pick up Luna, another hero. It's quite a recent addition to the meta game, but I love to see a Luna in game. Fantastic to watch. So then, on the Radiant side, we have Infused. We got Zinxis playing on the Templar Assassin. Coldy picks up the Luna. Fanatics, who's on the stand-ins, picks up Nyx Assassin. Shu from UKDota.net picks up the Jakiro. And Danny D plays the Windrunner. Meanwhile, on eNigma, we got Fang playing on the Lifestealer. Antab plays the Shrek. Dread Knight playing Venomancer. Pain will take the Queen of Pain, kind of fits. And Steven's going to be playing on the Bounty Hunter. So then, looks like we've got a tri-lane for Infused along the bottom lane. Fanatics, Shu, and Coldy. We're going to see them up against Steven 11. And likewise, eNigma are going for a tri-lane on top here as well. We got Dread Knight, Fang, and Leshrac, played by Antab. So it's going to be for both teams. We got a tri-lane up against the solo. Big challenge for the solos to try and do something in that kind of scenario. It's always pretty upsetting when you end up that close to the other team. Steven getting very close already to Fanatics. He drops that ward, quite nicely hidden. It's always a pain to get rid of this one. That'll stop this creep cap from spawning, which will give Infused a little bit less control over this lane. It's going to stop them from pulling creeps into it and dragging the lane back in their favour. Fanatics running with sentry wards and Dust of Appearance, really keen to deal with Steven right from the start. We actually see Shu's running right up here right now, just dropping some wards. So I think we'll see him drop down to the bottom lane. No problem. We'll see Zinxis versus Queen of Pain in this mid lane. And off we go then. Pain running with sentry wards. Already really keen to get the vision on Zinxis, see what he's doing, because once he gets mailed and he's capable of going invisible at any time, it can be a real nightmare to deal with. Danny D taking some harassment from Antab, so Antab working really hard to keep Danny D well outside this box where he can get close to the creeps and at least get some experience. Ideally, they want him to stay on level 1 no experience the whole game. So I'll be working hard for that. Loads of ward coverage here by Steven. Sentry ward already down for Coldy and his friends, so they'll see whatever he's up to. He's going to be forced to do much the same. He's already getting some experience though. He's managing to stay near this while Shu and Fanatics are working on sorting out the ward problem, making sure they can control that wave. Bottle finished up for Zinxis. Bottle finished up for Queen of Pain as well. So both of the mid players looking roughly even right now. Not sure what happened there. See Stephen get dusted there, but I'm not quite sure how they managed to get away from him. I think Shu might have missed another, missed an ice path there. There's no shame in missing an ice path, guys. They you miss 100% of the shots you never take, right? Pain trying to do a little bit of damage to Zinxis there. Most of it gets eaten by refraction. He pulls back, casts another shield, and doesn't really take too much. Pain again, just always pushing, trying to keep Zinxis as low as he possibly can. Shu chasing Stephen out of lane again. Still, Stephen not getting to level 2 just yet. Danny D yet to get any experience. eNigma working so hard right now, just constantly pulling this. Dread Knight's constantly keeping these creeps pull back like this into the lane. That means that Fang's got free farm right now, so he's actually slightly behind Coldy in terms of last hits, but I don't think that's anything significant. Coldy got a couple of rings of protection there. And Fang currently with nothing but 1,500 in the bank. Pain drops another sentry ward, possibly looking to try and do some damage now. His bottle's empty for the moment, and Zinxis gets his brought back in by the courier. Pain gets an invisibility rune. Stephen getting a little bit pressured now as this lane moves up towards him. Now, ideally, Infused don't want this to happen. They want their lane to be all the way back. And same sort of thing's happening right now for eNigma. They're just going to go and push this tower as best as they can. Meanwhile, Stephen gets caught out. Gets caught in the ice path. Gets stunned. It's not looking good for him. The sentry dust on him, so he's visible. But he jukes, but he can't get away, and that's first blood. Fanatics gets it. Stephen goes down. Oh, and at the same time, Venomancer gets killed off up top by the Radiant. So that's 2 kills for Infused. Antab looking pretty unhealthy down here. But they are going to lose this tower now. And unfortunately Fang doesn't get the last hit, so hangs back a little bit there. We see Ring of Basilisk and Tranquil Boots finished up for Coldy. Very early on. And Fang actually falling a little bit down the last hits now. Pushing for that tower has cost them a few, but he does still manage to keep in there, so not a problem. That's the bottom tower going down for Dire now. Both teams on 1 tower each. Rabbit getting a little bit upset in chat here, forgetting to turn his overlay off. Rabbit did a whole day of cast this whole tournament non-stop in a row, so I totally don't blame him at all for that. Apparently he'd already turned it off though, so he did alright. Back to the game then. Anyway, Pain has a double damage rune bottled up, so that's pretty dangerous for him. Stephen getting forced right back to the tier 2 tower as this tri-lane with Coldy and Shu way ahead, way over the river. Payne steps in to try and do some damage to Zinxis. He hasn't even popped that rune yet. Danny D comes in to support, but he's left long ago. Stephen roaming now, he's looking to go mid. Could be trying to make something happen against Zinxis, but this sentry ward does drop. Antab's here as well. We want to see that stun go off. It does catch Zinxis. His refraction charges are all over. Dibble damage is up for Payne now. And Zinxis goes down. eNigma reclaim one of those kills. 2 for 1 now. So if we're looking at the experience, 500 in either direction. First it was in the favour of Infused, now it's back in the favour of eNigma. And gold is just spiralling into Infused, but eNigma's starting to pull that back. If they can take another kill, they could easily even that up, especially if they can get track. I mean, Bounty Hunter's level 4 right now. If he manages to get to level 6, then they get track up and they can start claiming some money back. Until they sort that out, they're looking to be quite behind. Infused have some very strong farmers, and in any game you see them playing, chances are they're going to be on the winning side of gold. So to see what eNigma can do to pull that back now. Quite a lot of pressure from eNigma on this tier 2 tower at the top lane. Zinxis is here to defend it. Middle tower getting pushed a little bit by creeps, but it's not going to be anything to shout about right now. All these wards from Venomancer aren't going to come to anything for now. And Infuse push this back. See Fang jumping into the jungle. He's got a Hand of Midas finished up. Dread still sitting on nothing. But keeping wards up. Quite a lot of wards for both teams already this game. So Danny D has Bass Ring, and Zinxis has Phase Boots. Shuno in mid looking to do some damage to Payne. Danny D goes for the shackle, but it misses. Payne gets caught by the TA trap. But they can't make anything happen. Infused wasting time a little bit here. They've got 4 of them sitting in mid and not really doing anything. All this time, Coldy though, farming up. He's running ahead, although he's now coming up mid as well. So it looks like they've got a big push planned. Unless 3 of them going to rotate top for now. But it's enough to drag 3 of eNigma to mid. Antab, Boots, Tread's finished up for Payne. Stephen with his Phase Boots now. See Fang get caught out by Shu and Fanatics. Fanatics gets caught by the Venomous Gale. Fang pulls back. All of eNigma out of there before they can make anything happen here. She was going for an ice path there and it looked like it was going to hit, but just dropped away. Stephen manages to claim Radiant's middle tower. And Coldy gets tracked. Coldy with a Mithril Hammer finished up now. And he's got a magic wand as well, so awful lot of money sat on Coldy. Payne just harassing him back a little bit. Infuse going to push down this top tower now. There's nothing eNigma going to do to turn that, to make anything happen there. Meanwhile, eNigma's making a threat towards this mid tower, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about it. They're a little bit too spread out right now. Not looking to do too much damage, just get the harassment up. We're seeing Ogre Club on Payne. That could be going for a BKB. This little gank squad of Fanatics and Shu moving through now. Fanatics going to port away down to the bottom lane. Can't leave Stephen unharassed for a second. Bounty Hunter is not a character that needs an awful lot of farm, but when he does get it, it gets incredibly dangerous so fast. track gold always compounds whatever he does, and he does have track finished up now, so it's going to keep Fanatics visible even when he tries to be invisible. And to come back from that, he's still got the dust, so both of these guys are going to be able to see each other if they're looking. Track wears off now. Stephen needs to get that on there again. A little bit of a tussle going on in mid. Danny D, Coldy and Zinxis all sat here, and Shoes counter-warding up here as well. But Dread Knight's got this huge wall of wards that's going to keep anything from coming through. There's no way that Infused can push this against Pain and Tab and Dread Knight now. Infused pulling away, a couple of them looking to go bottom. Yeah, they're really sort of... it was looking like they were going to push bottom hard, but in fact it's just Fanatics who's going to try and find Stephen. Stephen goes invisible. Fanatics could chase him with the dust bar, but his invisibility runs out, so he pulls back. Smoke gank from eNigma now. Antab, Dread Knight and Pain all smoked up. Looking to get into these woods. I mean, they want to find Fanatics. They want to find Coldy. They're not going to. They've pulled way back. I think Infused got a little bit too suspicious. Fang getting free farm up top right now. He's got the first couple of bits of his armlet finished up. He's Infused arrived to put a stop to that, and he jumps straight into the creep until a few of his teammates arrive, and that keeps him safe. Infused pull away straight away. Both teams looking stuck, a little bit passive right now. Infused are trying to go on the aggressive, but whenever they do, eNigma are there, you know, they're ready every time. Dread Knight keeping those wards up. Coldy gets a good couple of hits on Stephen, does a lot of damage to him, but he's a little bit too fast, manages to get away. Templar Assassin has the Blink Dagger finished up. Zinx is going to be very dangerous now. So if we're looking at the more action, please, says Ripex. Indeed, quite a passive game right now, but eNigma creeping away with the XP right now, and evening it up on gold as well. Trap goes off on Dread Knight. But he's right by the tower. There's no way Zinxis can jump in on this right now. Zinxis trying to stay hidden. Fanatics invisible for just a few more seconds. He's about to become visible, so he's got to do something with this. The Ice Path goes off and catches out Dread Knight. He goes down. The Shrek stun catches a couple out. Zinxis melts, and who got him? Windrunner. Danny D takes him out. No, sorry, I stand corrected. Fanatics takes out. Danny D got he got Venomancer. Danny D and Zinxis being on the same team wouldn't be good if one killed the other. That middle tower finally going down. Infused breaking this wall. It's taken them a long time, and they got a couple of kills for it, but it's still only 4-1. Stephen very happy to farm here right now, being left all alone. And he's still pretty far down on the net worth, so he really needs to get some tracks going. What have we got? Fanatics on 2 kills, 1 assist. Pain, the first person to come back towards the river now after that fight, and he gets a little bit of harass from the Lucent Beam and just pulls straight back. What do we see finished up there? Thought I saw something appear in... it might have been on Coldy. So yes, we've got a BKB finished up for Coldy now. Oh, and there's Danny D's in trouble now. Fanatics does go down. He gets caught out by that scream, and the Nyx assassin catches him. Finishes him off. Shu taking a lot of damage, drops Macropire, but goes down as well. Zinxis takes a lot of damage. He's been tracked. This is the kill that they need. Antab gets that kill. That was a very good fight for eNigma. At least one track kill, maybe more. It was 4 for 3. So that gives them an awful lot of experience. Gold takes a sharp drop, but we see that Infused managing to farm very efficiently here, always ahead. If we get back to net worth now, well, Stephen way behind enemy lines, right down the Radiant jungle. Can't find anyone to play with. I think there was a big item just finished up for Lifestealer, maybe, as he just dropped in the net worth for a moment. He's got his armlet done. Yes, he got a Hyperstone now, so probably going straight for Assault Cuirass, I believe. Antab in a little bit of trouble. Fanatics, Coldy, Shu, Danny D all chasing him. That's the stun and a shackle and an ice path. Antab gets caught out way too far forward there. All of Infused just happened to be waiting for him, and that cost him. 8 for 5 now in favour of Infused. A lot of pressure on this mid tower for eNigma. They jump straight in on Dread Knight. Takes a lot of damage, gets stunned by Fanatics and goes down. And they're going to lose this tier 2 tower now. eNigma looking so good, suddenly lost a couple of towers once this wall broke in mid. They were holding really well at tier 1. It's cost them tier 2 in just a couple of minutes. Big shackle comes through from catching Steven, and Fang straight out. The ice path catches Steven as well. Coldy taking a lot of damage from Fang. Coldy pops that BKB. Gets away just in time. Fang now caught in the middle of it all, takes a lot of damage, goes down. The ice path catches Fang out. He got healed and still in the game. Shu looking pretty unhealthy. He goes down. Big Leshrac stun by Antab catches out Danny D and Fanatics, and they're forced to pull away. But there's a track on them, and Steven is very fast with that. Leshrac chasing well. Coldy's here. Gets that big stun. Coldy gets caught by the stun. Antab making a great play there and catching him out. Steven getting a double kill from that, which is just what they need. Danny D track trying to run from this. Another fantastic stun. Perfectly placed stun by Antab. It's a brilliant play there. He's 3, 2 and 4 now. That puts Fang right up at the top there. 8,800. We look at those graphs again because they are all over the place this game. Still in favour of Infused on gold. Still way in favour of eNigma and XP. I would have expected track to have a little bit more of an effect. Oh, and there we go, it just updates now, and we see them fall under 1,000 behind, so expect that graph to even up in the next few minutes, as long as they can keep farming. I think what eNigma have to be careful of right now is if they're just responding to pressure all the time, then they're going to lose ground. Fang farming up the Ancients here, which is exactly what he needs to do. Danny D close to his mechanism now. And we've got sentry wards for Dread Knight. Pretty active warding game still going on. We've just got a couple of wards on the rune spots for now, but there's sentry wards around. Trying to keep an eye on Nyx Assassin. It's always dangerous. Fuse now moving through the jungle. Caught out by Steven. He gets a track up. A little bit of harassment on him, but nothing that's going to count. Steven gets caught by a big shackle. The dust goes off on him, but Fanatics instantly gets galed again. Pain gets caught in this ice path. Stephen on a killing spree now. Catches out Fanatics. Coldie pops that BKB. Stays in it. There goes the ultimate, but he's taking a lot of damage. Macropyre is down. Big ice path. Shu really doing a lot of damage. Luna gets caught out. Stephen very, very low health. Gets a track just before he dies. Zinx is getting the kill there. Antab gets a double kill. Goes on that killing spree. Looking so good, but couldn't happen in the end. Couldn't survive it. So that was that. 3 for 3 on that fight. Venomancer just offline, so pause for a moment. The pause window normally goes right in front of this graph, but you can see that it's evened up on that team fight, and eNigma way in the lead now, although levelling off a little bit. This is a trend they've got to be careful about now. Infused could pull back. They've got a lot of towers, so definitely not out of this. Only 2 kills ahead. How are we doing? Then Coldie, Blade of Alacrity, BKB up, not a lot else. And Hyperstone and Plate Mail now for Lifestealer, so he's definitely going for that Assault Cuirass. Templar Assassin nearly with that a Desolator done. He's getting a few more moments to farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
A couple of creeps knocking on the door for Dire here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Coldie's back and farming up again. He's now leveled up these 2 skills, the aura, damage aura and the stun, so time to get those moon glaives going, and that's when Luna's really going to start pushing really hard, so eNigma are going to have a way to respond to that pretty soon. If they leave Coldie alone for a moment, there's going to be a tower down. Stephen has BKB finished up as well. Fang, another piece of his Assault Cuirass finished up. Infused arrive at the tier 2 here. eNigma just looking to push back for now. They're really just looking to counter any kind of aggression like this. And this is fine. They can counter this. All these heroes can afford to sit here as long as Fang's still sitting up top farming hard. Trap catches Pain. Stephen gets shackled, and the ice path goes on as well. And Fanatics gets the stun, and that's him caught out. Stephen goes down. Dread Knight also vanishes straight away. All of Infused still here, and eNigma are all moving away. I think they're giving up this tower, looking to gain some farm in return. So that's Infused going to be taking the lead on gold there again, no problem. Be running back to that. We see that's a Medallion of Courage, yeah, for Jakiro. A little bit of an unusual item. It's a great choice though. It's a great choice on a support. You don't normally see it though, which is why I had to double check it. And we see Coldie gets that Aegis now. Infused going to be looking to get aggressive with that as soon as possible. Fang's just farming this top lane a little bit, pushing it out. Now moving back to base. eNigma not playing very confidently at all right now. I think they're well aware that Infused are sticking together quite a lot as a team. Being very, very careful about getting caught out. Pain's got his Aghanim Scepter finished up. Not a lot else in his inventory. Fuse moving through the dire jungle now. They're looking for someone. Danny D's got a gem now, so they'll be able to see Stephen while he's invisible. Both teams on opposite sides of the map now. We got eNigma pushing all the way down the bottom lane. They'll take this. They'll take this tower for no problem. But in return, Infused are going to pop up to this tier 2 tower and take that. Zinxis gets the last hit. There's a lot of gold going his way. He's got Blink Dagger, Desolator now. Fuse pushing the tier 3, and Stephen left pushing the tier 2 at bottom, but he's going to change his mind about that. They're looking to team fight this now. Infused looking to pen in eNigma now. Keep them in their base for a minute while they can farm a couple of these lanes. It's all about waiting for the opening. Coldie dives in, stunned by Antab. Shackle goes off, Coldie's ultimate does some damage, but he goes down. A just brings him back up. Shu drops the Macropier, Dread Knight goes down to that. Zinxis is TP'd into the base. Antab taking a lot of damage. Pops a mech to get away. Double kill for Pain. Zinxis is in trouble. He's got that refraction charges up, but that's not going to stop him from getting slowed. He goes down to Fang, and that is an all kill for eNigma. Fantastic team fight for eNigma there. Infused pushed up. They did their best, but they got a little bit too cocky. A little bit late in the day maybe, and they just threw that away a little bit. So that evens us up on kills. And Infused still 2,500 gold ahead, even after that. And they've closed the gap a little bit for a while on experience. They were even, but it's another 2,500 experience going eNigma's way there. So if we look at the scoreboard now, so Antab top of the scoreboard right now, 5, 3 and 9. Fanatics 5, 3 and 6. So quite a high number of kills on everyone for the number of deaths. A high number of deaths, I should say. No one playing a perfect game right now. Fanatics comes through, finds Antab. Doesn't know Steven's there. We managed to catch Steven with the stun as well, and takes out Antab before Steven can react. Coldie gets a stun on him as well, but he's too far away. Danny D slightly late to the party. Can't do anything with that. Hand of Midas still going strong on Fang. Still keeping him in the game, so 196 last hits on him. And how's Coldie doing? 159, slightly behind, and Zinxis actually higher than Coldie on 176 now. Coldie's got a Manta Star finished, and a lot of farm to work through here, so he'll be catching up with that no problem. Danny D with Mechanism now. Drums finished up for Bounty Hunter. Looks like a BKB on its way for Pain. Steven's gonna move through the jungle now. He could find Fanatics, but I think Danny D's still sitting on a gem, so could be a little bit risky. Oh, and a good stun by Antab. Shu gets caught. Zinxis jumps in. Pain taking a lot of damage, forced to blink away. One for one there. Didn't quite break out into a full-scale fight. It's a little bit of a defensive dust there. I thinking that Stephen might be close, but he's nowhere near. They find nothing. Fanatics takes the lead on the kills board, 7-3. And Fang now top of the net worth. He almost found Danny there, almost found Zinxis as well, but both of them managed to get away before anything happened. 19 for 18. We've got 3 towers down for eNigma, and all 6 towers down for Infused. Infused just looking to push up to the base now. It's going to be very tough for them to get in there with a Venomancer and a Shrek on the team. Pain getting harassed a little bit by some illusions. Not doing a lot of damage to him, but certainly making him run away. She running a really aggressive build on a Jakiro with Medallion and Power Treads. Normally you'd expect to see kind of Jakiro running with maybe Mechanism, and you know, you'd expect to see Arcane Boots as well. Zinxis bottles a double damage rune. Fang's got a Skull Basher now. It's going to make him really, really dangerous in any team fight. If he doesn't get crowd controlled into the ground, he's going to do a lot of damage. The problem is you've got Ice Path to contend with, you've got Impale, you've got Luna's Stun, and Shackle. So Infused have got a lot of crowd control. Oh, and this is a smoke by Infused. Shu, Fanatics, Danny D and Zinxis all under the smoke. Where's Coldy now? Coldy's down the bottom lane. Still farming heavily. He's got 3,000 in the bank. Pretty much all of Infused managed to get seen there and don't do anything with it. And a counter smoke by eNigma. They find Danny D, but he sees them coming and legs it quite smartly. Zinxis is slowed, pops the BKB. That's an amazing Ice Path by Shu. Catches 3 of eNigma. Fang almost no life, but his lifesteal's keeping him alive. He does manage to catch out Templar Assassin. Still on no life, he catches out Danny D as well. Another great Ice Path, catches a couple of eNigma. The Magpie goes down, Shu gets a double kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
And meanwhile, Coldy turns up at the tier 3, all alone. 3 of his teammates die in the process, but he's managed to push all the way up there. That's a lot of farm he'll have now. He's bought something with it. Where's that courier? He's got an Eagle Song. Three for 3 there, 22-21. Still such a close game. Let's look at the charts. All the XP advantage that eNigma had built up, fading away now, and God, the gold graph still going up and down all over the place. Infused still ahead, but doesn't feel like it's a stable lead at all. Vladimir's offering. It's done for Stephen now. All wards and smoke and dust for Dreadnought. Almost no items at all. It's a scary position to play in like that, because you know that you're really no health at all. You're so vulnerable to any kind of attack. It's a very scary situation to be stuck in. Fanatics is scouting now, and he is going to find Stephen. Doesn't feel confident about going in on that though. And just as well, because he would have found all of eNigma waiting. Dreadnought with more wards. It's a little bit passive right now. Both teams kind of grouped up, worried about getting too close to the river. Both teams playing 4 or 5 man Dota right now, keeping very close together. eNigma go for Roshan, and yeah, Infused know about this. I think they will have seen with this ward. It's not going to stop them though. It's a good ice path catching Steven. I think he caught Fang out for a moment. Fang gets that Aegis. Just looking for the moment to use it now. eNigma are going to want to push with this, but they don't want to get caught out. The amount of crowd control that Infused have, if they walk into them, then they won't last 5 seconds. Need to be really careful about setting up their fight, just so if they can catch someone out, get the advantage early on, then they'll do great.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This creep wave pushing the bottom tower again. Not really through any fault of Infused. Just kind of the way it's been going throughout the game. Antab working towards BKB as well. This is it's a sensible move for eNigma, I think, because Infused aren't a very right-click heavy team. They've got a lot of spells they're relying on. I mean, Coldy does a lot of right-click damage, and Danny D will do quite a bit. This smoke gank moving through now, and unfortunately, all gets seen by this illusion. Coldy knows where they are now. Sends another illusion to scout for them. Forced to pull back, so that's going to cost eNigma. That was potentially a really good move for them. It's exactly the right thing to do. They needed to get the drop on Infused somehow, but unfortunately, those man-style illusions really paid off. Butterfly on Coldy now. Gives him a bit of evasion, a lot of damage. He's still sitting behind Fang in net worth by about 1,500 now. Coldy gets caught by Antab. A little bit of damage on him as well. Zinxis starts to go in. Pain trying to do damage to him. Fang gets caught by the ice path, caught by the shackle. Fang goes down. He's going to pop up with the Aegis. Steven goes down. Dread Knight in a lot of trouble. That Magpie eats through his health. He does go down. Coldy with a double kill. Fang way ahead. Fang catches Shu. Coldy now. Fanatics gets the stun off. Stun from Coldy as well. Fang uses a creep to get his health back. Gets shackled. Power shot. Stun. And finally he does go down. All kill for Infused there. So they end up only losing Shu. Antab back in the game. Crowd control coming out of Infused. Incredible. So much stun. So much disable. What have we got on buyback? Are we going to get anybody back? No, pretty much all of eNigma with no buyback, so that's their barracks taken out. Infused timed this well. Top lane pushed in just at the right time as well, so they could, yeah, they're going to take out both barracks with this. It's a real shame, eNigma really holding until that point. But Infused managed to get a perfect storm of the two lanes at the right time. And that meant they could take a couple of barracks, no problem. Even going to go for the third now, and they could probably take it. Fanatics in a lot of trouble. Manages to get away in time, and Antab way too far forward, and he gets caught out. So that spells the end for the last tier 3 tower for eNigma.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And they look for these barracks as well, and they do go down. So
Dire's bottom
eNigma called GG. So Infused go from such an even game right here. It really was dead even on experience, and they had a little bit of a lead gold, but pretty even gold as well. And just one big fight, and that was it for them. Picked the right time, and they finally take it. So congratulations to Infused, the champions of Winterval, winners of the Winterval tournament. And so the Infused mix takes the crown. Until the next month, I guess. Should be, rumour has it, UK Dota have an announcement next couple of weeks or so, hopefully this week, about the next tournament. So you'll find that in the usual places: ukdota.net, Reddit/UK Dota, and there's a Steam group called UK Dota as well. So check out any of those. Thank you very much to both teams, eNigma and Infused. You guys are awesome, and thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.